Okay, this is C38. CC38. He's probably older. He has good width at his muzzle, good width at his brow, just a little longer through that muzzle. He has good depth at his shoulder, but he slopes off his hip, doesn't round quite as smoothly. That was 14. And then, and the first one, yes. Let's see. Okay. Will you put that one just for now? Next. GY 50 GY 64 maybe. G 89 GY 89 or Q
GMG
GM
G1 and 2. No.
GM
Can check the year number for the first one.
GNG
GMG
GNG 12
GMG
Yeah, GMG
12. Okay. GNG 12. Okay. He has a very good crown placement with good depth at that crown, but he's a little narrow in that muzzle, needs shorter muzzle. Also, he's lower in his headset, needs much higher headset. When you do that, it's going to go down a bit. And he slopes a bit off his hip. He has good bone. Yes. Okay.
A and dual.
A?
A and Dua. He has very good head shape. He gets up in that nice head, bold head, round head on him, but he's very narrow in his chest and very long in the front limb. He also has some length at the shoulder, does have good rounding over the hindquarter. Okay. So now we have 3 red left. Two TE. Okay. TE.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
Just a quick question. This one should be like 17 out of 18, or the DQ is still counted as 1, right?
Yes, so
Should be 18.
there's 18 in the class. Yeah, so we can change, but yeah, that DQ won't, yeah. Oh, actually, no. I'm sorry.
No, if like
Because this is unrecognized variety. Good depth of crown, but it's slipped. It's set back on his head. Just a little long in that muzzle. Does have good depth at his shoulder, but then he tends to slope off that hip instead of round. Very good bone, though. Okay, we have... Let's do E71. E71. E. E71. He does have a very good head shape, good width at his brow, good curvature to that skull. He's slipped in his crown. He's also a little bit low in his headset with a dip at his shoulder, but he does get up in the class on his body. He's very short and well-rounded, very deep. He has good depth at the hindquarter. This is the ideal depth you want. Instead of sloping off, he rounds very nicely. Okay. Where was he? Right there, yes. LNI. He does have very good crown depth, but again, he's slipped in that crown. He has good width at his brow, but carrying a little bit of length through that muzzle. Very good depth at his shoulder, good short midsection, but then he gets very narrow through that lower hindquarter. Lacks that fullness and roundness. Very good bone, though. All right, now, I think we're all on red. Now, I'm going to look at these a little more. So, these I'm going to look again, just to make sure we've got them.
That's number 8.
Not yet.
Okay,
Not yet.
I mean, now we are judging.
Now
from 8.
8th, yes. Okay. Okay, I just want to double check. Okay, 19. He's blue.
Huh?
He's a blue.
Yeah. Okay.
So now,
that's
so
all
now
blue.
that
Plus 1 for each of them.
yes. So
Okay. Which one? Just
A5Z is 9th place now. Yep, perfect. Okay, he does have a very good head. He's just very slipped in his crown, very flat about that crown. He has good depth at his shoulder and very good rounding over the hindquarter, but he's a little long in his front limb, little long through that front limb, and he's hollow in that chest. Now we're on 8th. 1, 2, 3. E W E V1 EVI.
8/18.
He has a very good head. Good crown placement to him. He's just a little narrow in that shoulder. Does round very nicely over that hip. Pretty good bone. He just needs a lot more width at that shoulder, shorter shoulder on him. Okay. Now, 1, 2, 3. So we're on 7. And keep him. Yeah. VZ. He has good width at his brow, good curvature to his skull, but he's a little long through that muzzle. He's also very flat about his crown, very slipped in that crown. Good depth of body, but he lacks some width at the shoulder. Fullness, he lacks width and fullness over the top of his hip. He has pretty good bone. Let's bring that down. He has good depth of body, again, narrower at the shoulder. Excellent bone, but he's a little long in that front limb bone. Okay, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, top 5. Now we have 5 left.
Yeah.
Top 5. Okay, very good. I'm just gonna look.
You want to compare any of those?
I think you want to be lazy. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 8 CP, 8S, GP 8S. Okay, this is the 5th. He has a very good curvature to his skull, good width about that brow, just a little narrow in that muzzle, little length through that muzzle. Good definition. That crown, again, is placed just lower on that head. He's got a nice short midsection, though, with very good depth of body. He's a little narrow in his chest, needs fuller chest. Okay, this is D750, D70. Okay, D70. He has a very good head. Good crown, depth of crown, but placed back on that head just a little bit. Very good shape and substance to that ear. He has a nice short body, but he needs a little more depth of a little higher headset, but good with the body, excellent bone. His head needs to be a little bigger to balance with his head. That leaves 3. Yeah, that was 4. Why does he keep scanning like that? Is IS has it's very balanced. He has an excellent head that balances nicely with the overall shape of his body. He's got good curvature to his skull, very good short brow on him, and good definition to his crown. Excellent hindquarter. He just needs to fill in through that shoulder and that chest a little more. He has very good bone. Also just not finished in his coat. Oh. Okay, let's do DP. He has an excellent head, excellent crown. It's very good depth to that crown. It's placed well. He's just excellent bone on that front limb. He's just a little narrow through the shoulder. Rounds well over that hip. He has excellent, well-filled lower hindquarter. Just not finished in that flesh, not firm about that flesh. To our first place. CV. Do CV? Okay, CV. He has an excellent head, excellent crown placement, very good wide chest with good short bone, and he has a nice short body, good depth of body, and excellent well-filled hindquarter. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so this doe, DQ AN4. For overweight, she's 4 pounds 8 ounces. Very good type though. She has a good head, good substance to that ear. They're very balanced with her body. She's just and good with the body. She has some depth. She has some long shoulder, but just too big. Also, just very dead in her coat. Then we still have 9 because that DQ won't change, so we can move that. Okay. Well, yeah, we could do high red.
Red or blue oil?
We're just not placing yet. We're just evaluating them. So.
Scott akan go through sekali. No, sorry. Okay, Scott will go through at least that kind of like the top 5 of the class, and then will be the rest. So then Scott do some marking. So then
we can move to.
So you can tell them what work. Oh, good. Scott do all this.
Jadi Scott itu mau menilai secara keseluruhan dulu.
Are you
semua,
telling him
dia
that we're
melihat
gonna
apakah sesuai dengan
switch
SOP
to...
atau enggak secara keseluruhan. Nanti ketika dia sudah 5 besar, nanti baru dia akan review.
Does he ask like why he put the chips
Oh,
with
yeah.
different colors?
Yeah.
Like, at least like the top of the class. At least they know what you're doing.
Yeah, they do. They're not supposed to, though. We have to keep them in suspense.
No, but this one is still not the final result. but
Not
at least
final result, yeah. Exactly.
It's just marking for yourself, a remark for yourself.
Yes. 2. Yeah. Okay. She just fails in that head. She's got fair width at her brow, but she's long, and that muzzle needs to be a lot shorter through that muzzle. Good substance to her ear. She does have a good overall depth of body to her, and very good bone. Yep. Now, a blue tort. Blue tort doe is GTF. She's placed over the previous doe on that head. She's got a little bit better shape to her head, but she's very flat about that body. She's very weak in her crown, tends to roll those ears back, and very slipped about that crown. Okay, let's see. We have this and that. And okay, next is HB11 or HBII or something.
Because they pronounce the H as pile.
Oh,
Right, betul?
Apa itu?
H.
H.
Pile.
is that right?
Pile.
Yeah.
Okay, yes. So this still has a nice body, very good short shoulder, rounds well over that hip, but she's slipped about that crown. She's long in that muzzle. KE. KE. She does have a very good head shape and a nice short body, but she fails in that crown. She's very slipped about that crown. Ears are held, rolled back a bit. She has pretty good pretty good bone to her.
This one.
Okay. Okay. She has a very good body, good depth about that body, rounds well over her hip. But again, failing in that muzzle, she's just a little longer through that muzzle, but good overall crown depth, good bone, needs a little wider chest. Okay, that one. So now we have 3 left.
Nomor 3 ya, Mas.
She slipped in her crown. But a little long in that muzzle. Crown has good definition. It's set back on that head just a bit. She does have very good depth at the shoulder. Good shoulder, rounds well over that hip. She's got good bone, but she's a little long in her front limb bone. This is a very nice second. Is 87BB. Yes. So 87BB. She has a very good head shape, but her crown is slipped. It has good depth about that crown, and she has a nice short body with pretty good bone. Okay. Now first is PY. PY has a very good head shape, but excellent crown placement. Excellent substance to that ear. She has a very good short body, rounds well over that hip. So that's PY. She's first.
Oh yang pernah nggak berhenti kurang